Hey everyone, it's VM Campos. Magic fan, how are you doing? I think this background music's way too hyper for my liking, so I'm going to pass it to the next track. That was Purge by something or other. Anyway, here's something a little bit more chill, perhaps. So, welcome to the stream. It's another streaming Saturday where we'll play some Magic. We'll crack some packs. We'll taste some snacks, chat some snacks. Got it. And other things. So that's what's in store. And if you are a repeat, if you're watching the video after it's live, come hang out next time it's live every Saturday, 8 p.m. Pacific time, to come and hang out on stream live. Now, the first order of business is to just check that all the cameras work fine. Here's the amazing cam. The voice seems fine. Video seems fine. So then, let's see the other cams. Full screen cam looks pretty good. We are here in the full screen view. There's a comic over there. If you know what it is, shout it out. And coming over then to the web browser cam. Oops, gotta reset that one. I have to restart the stream. Let's do that one more time right there. There's my Twitter. If you're not if you're on Twitter and you're not following me, you need to go there and follow me, because you'll get amazing things such as this photo that I saw of a pretzel, which is marking department number 14 as the food department. That was at a local 99-cent store. Then we've got the card cam right over here. We have some cards to open up. Everyone's favorite classic card game, Star Wars Chrome. Actually, I mean Magic the Gathering, Dungeons & Dragons, Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, Black Theme Booster. I'm going to open that, as well as the Star Wars one. Sure, we'll do that. We can do that. It looks kind of interesting like this. Doesn't it almost look like it's a real product? But with all the secret layers and all that junk, if this were like that, people would totally believe that, right? Magic, the Star Wars-ing. And then back to the game cam. Over here, I forgot to change the schedule. Let's change the schedule. But, schedule text. Here we go. So what do we have in store? You didn't see that, but I was trying to move this thing. Now I got it. Alright, so what's on the schedule? What's on the agenda? We're going to do the gold digging, yes. We're going to do a crack-a-pack, yes. Draft, it's going to be cube draft. Cube draft is coming. Snack chat. Historic Brawl Ladder. Yeah, that sounds about right. So we'll go with that schedule, and whatever else strikes the fancy. So we'll get started. We've got 2 quests to try to claim. Haven't played either one of these, but let's try to re-roll this one and see if it gets better. And nope, it's still the same, 500 gold. Re-rolling into the same thing, but that's okay. So we have cast 20 blue spells, or red spells, or kill 15 of your opponent's creatures. Alright, so what's the most efficient way for that? I do have a mono blue deck and a mono red deck, and in that mono red deck, I might be able to kill the opponents a lot easier. Actually, I have a blue and red deck. Maybe we could play that one a bit. So, I'm getting a notification here that it's not working. Okay, let's try something right here. If I do a share like this, and then like this, and we'll say, does that link work right there? I don't know if it's doing any sort of weird shenanigans in that the correct link isn't correct. But I think we're okay. My suggestion here does say stream is healthy, so I think we're okay. If anyone's out there in the grand void of things, say hello, but I think we're okay. According to my system, I did have to restart one time, but then it seems to be working now. Oh, there we go. So hopefully other people are not also stuck in limbo, but yeah, it's working now. Okay. Check one thing. How are you doing? We are ready to get going. Oh, thanks. Totally appreciate that. It was weird that it wasn't working right away. But I did have to restart once, and then, or twice or something, and then now it should be working. But we're live here. Okay, so welcome everyone. Let's do a little bit of gameplay. Okay, so I'm gonna try, just to get the gold, I'm gonna try the, I'm gonna do that Giants deck that I was doing last week because it's red and green. I mean, it's red and blue, and that might be the most efficient way to get this gold, but I'm gonna make a little change. On the spot, I'm gonna make this giant sneak attack deck, make a little change on it. So one of the things that I have in the deck is a couple of walls, aka defenders for you youngsters. And one thing that would make those walls stronger is that I can sneak them, I can sneak attack, do more of the sneak attacks to make them more powerful. So currently, Run Amok gives a creature +3/+3, but if it's attacking, that's what came with the deck. This is one upgrade that I should have also done. We just need to put in a good old Infuriate, because that is a single red mana, instant +3/+2. The creature does not need to be attacking, better yet needs to be blocking. So people are going to see my Crashing Drawbridge and Tuk Tuk Rubble Fort, which has reach, and they're going to try to get past, and then I will instantly Infuriate the fort or the drawbridge to hit those pesky flyers. So we need that instead of the Run Amok. Plus it's more efficient. This is one of these strictly betters. It's also a common, so we'll do that. We'll do with the really tough looking Minotaur with flavor text. Renata launched a dozen arrows into the Minotaur's thick hide, but the monster didn't slow its charge. The fury of Mogis was upon it. It's Luffy of Satiza Histories. That's a pretty mean looking Minotaur. And here's another on this one. No shirt, no shoes, no service. So I think that addition, that little change, and then we'll play this giant deck, Sneak Attack Giants, to get today's gold. Deck has the following wishes. The deck contains cards not legal in this format. What is the not legal part? Is it the sideboard? Oh yeah, Smelt. What format do you think I'm trying to play? Standard. Okay, I guess that's fine. Or did I mean to change it to, now we'll keep it standard. Keep it standard. So, what is a good destroy artifact? Destroy target artifact in red standard. Shield Breaker, Shred Sails. Yeah, we'll do Shred Sails. So a couple of Shred Sails in the sideboard. And we're ready to sneak attack with this deck. So, trying to get today's gold. And this deck might do its thing. It's a red. My current challenges are red and blue. Play red and blue spells and kill your opponent's creatures. So in theory, I think this deck can do that. So let's see how it goes. I'm always monitoring all my monitors during the stream, and I'm seeing myself, and I'm like, I'm not used to usually wearing such bright colors. and we're just giving it a shot this time. See how it goes. But tell me how that goes. Alright, do I want to keep these rebukes or the drawbridge? That's a turn 2. That's a turn 3. Fine, I go first. So turn 2 drawbridge, which will get me a blocker plus haste enabler. Turn 3, this charger will just charge into the battlefield. Yep, the opponent's playing a bit slow, which is good for me, of course. And I'm going to suddenly go in with a 4-3. This is the new generation of Ball Lightning. Ball Lightning was the one that, Ball Lightning was the one that was the 6-1 with haste or something, right, from back in the older days. And nowadays we've got Giant Warriors to do something similar. Alright, so what are they doing here? White plus green. And they are passing, so clearly they have their counter spell ready. So if I get that countered, I can live with that. Okay, fine. Here comes some haste action. And they don't read that Calamity Bearer doubles my giant. Aw, man. Fine. It's Father's Day. You're chilling with Hanwen, watching the stream. Thanks for spending Father's Day here on the stream. The next holiday that we've got coming up is this Monday, which is Labor Day. We've got the day celebrating the accomplishments of the labor movement in the 19th century, I believe. Early 20th century. And that is a day, that is a holiday to commemorate that. So the opponent is named Someone. I am literally battling someone. That's funny. And then this has a ward of 3. Which is kind of amazing. Oops, but that doesn't guard against That doesn't guard against haste creatures. What does this Bard class do? Legendary creatures you control enter with a +1. Level up. Legendary spells cost gruel less. So they're doing a bunch of classes. They still have a couple of black mana. Are they going to level up? You have to do it as a sorcery. Alright, so they have 2 mana left, which is still that one of them is black. But that might be okay because Bergstrider can tap down their wolf. Okay, good. Next turn I can, if I can get 1 more red mana, I can go in with a big attack. The opponent is pausing. What's going on? Are they contemplating upgrading their classes? They have that 1 treasure. What is that? Treasure Vault. Double X, tap it, sacrifice this, create X treasure tokens. I tried to make a deck where you could have that alternate win condition, Revel in Riches, which is if you've got 10 treasures, you win the game. Uh-oh. Devastating Mastery. Blah, blah, blah. What does it say? If whatever was paid an opponent chooses up to 2 non-land permanents they control, return them to the hand, destroy all non-land permanents. Interesting. Isn't that just going to damage yourself even more, opponent? Yeah, that's kind of a lot of damage there. You damaged both of your classes. And I don't know, what was that about? They might have one of their kill spells here, which is fine, because I still have another charger in the pocket. Yeah, perhaps reading the card would have shown that it says destroy all non-land permanents, which also included their stuff. Then we have LOLTH.
You require my aid. I will.
Fine. It's the best way to deal with this. Oh, there we go. Let's just charge in. Trample over everything. So I'm gonna make them think that I'm gonna go after their planeswalker, but like actually we're gonna go after the opponent. Let's get some planeswalker removal spell. Let's do some player removal in here, not planeswalker removal. Okay, then we're gonna respond to that double block with a little infuriate, and that's GG opponent, right? That's a 7/5 Minotaur with trample. There you go. I just beat someone in Magic. So I think that infuriate is a good addition, because it also works for any blockers. The previous spell only worked for attackers. And sneak attack giants were doing their thing. Alright, so we're going to do the Crack-a-Pack a little bit later, but here's a preview of what the Crack-a-Pack will be. Finally, I don't know if I mentioned this a week or so ago. I'm going to open the a theme booster, black theme booster, to see what deck comes out of that, and I'm going to open one of these Star Wars things. Okay, double red for a Thundering Rebuke. Then I'm far from the other things. This is kind of a weird hand. Maybe you shouldn't have kept it, but we'll see. Okay, that one can be foretold. Forgot about that. That's good. Doomscar Titan. When this enters, all creatures you control get +1 and gain haste. So not amazingly impressive, but yeah, oh, it has built-in haste. That's interesting. It's got built-in haste, and I just missed a land drop. So I'll see. So it's kind of interesting how that Doomscar Titan has hidden haste, because it doesn't have the haste keyword itself, but it says when this enters the battlefield, all your creatures you control gain haste. Okay, so it's only got haste one time. That's the big difference. It's only got haste one time. It doesn't have permanent haste, just the turn it enters. I see, I get it. So you have to strategize well with that little factor. Alright, opponent is playing Orzhov. They're Grim Tutoring into something scary. That deserves a emoji. What could they be getting? I haven't really seen anything that they're about. They're playing Orzhov with a Thunderous Orator. What does this do? Whenever this attacks, it gains... Okay, so it's just going to gain the abilities of every other... It's going to be like Rogue from the X-Men, where he'll gain the abilities of everyone on the team when he kisses them. Just like Rogue. Okay, single white mana, paused on a single white mana. What is that? Is that one spell that gains life? Let's see if this Calamity Bearer lives. They're playing with black, so I'm sure that's got removal, but might as well get that removal out of their hand as the game goes on. Triple black. Looking at my creature, not long for this world. Oh, Cosmos Elixir, okay. Fine. I have no way to get rid of that except in the sideboard. That doesn't matter. Mana Tide, of course. It's always Mana Tide, isn't it? 4/5, I need 5 mana. Yeah, we'll just send a message right here. With that Cosmos, I love that Cosmos Elixir, but doesn't do as much as one thinks. theory, it can draw you cards if you've got extra life. Mirror Shield, okay. Fine, so they're going to summon some creature that they want to protect. Hopefully they summon it now, tap out on mana, and I can fry it. And then they've got to create a creature out of their castle. But not enough mana to create it and equip it. So probably create it at the moment that they need to block. If I get my 5th mana, I can play my Titan. And I got 2 giants attacking en masse. There we go, 5th mana. What I could do... Actually, never mind. I was going to say I could summon this giant, they're all giants, this Rhyme Shield Frost Giant, and then haste it with the Titan, but I need another blue. So let's give this a shot, even though we got triple red open, or double black. Even if they kill one of my giants, even though I've got one of my... Even if they kill one of my giants, I still have another one left. Like that. It still does some damage. And they're down to there. Okay, so I need one more blue. Hopefully Rhyme Shield. Maybe they'll summon their little 1/1. Equip it. I'm tapped out, so that'll be annoying. I wonder what they tutored for. Probably that Cosmos Elixir because it's a rare. My deck's a little too hasty for that to really pay off. However, Heliod. Okay, that doesn't really do anything. I guess you could summon your 1 creature. But then it's not enough to equip. Actually, it is. So if they summon that 1 creature, then they can equip it right away, and then I don't have the mana to frostbite it. Let me see. Let me act like as if I'm reading their Heliod. Ah, never mind. They saw it. Well. We're gonna be stuck here with this slow player. Okay, next turn, hopefully... I guess what I want is 1 more blue mana to summon my Rhyme Shield. They're not gonna attack because then they'll have 1 less blocker. You're not really gonna go for that, are you? They need a blocker. They paid the mana to give it lifelink, but that would assume that they're gonna attack. Well, I guess they'll feel they've gained enough life that they'll be safe. I need to call a judge on this slow player. And then we'll wait another half an hour when their Cosmos Elixir gains them a life, and then they figure out what to do with that other token. So, like that. So they gain this life. And half an hour later, that will happen. So they have an 8-11. Okay, so I can bring my Titan out, and that'll become a 4-4, and that'll be a 5-4, 9 damage. And instead, I could bring out permanently. I could permanently bring out my charger and have another. I could have 3 creatures. So yeah, let's see about bringing out another charger. Another giant, that is. With that final black mana, they'll have a kill spell. Just to slow things down. Maybe not. So we're going to say we're going to attack with this creature, and then we're going to attack with this creature. But what I could do is not attack with this creature, and maybe not attack with this creature. But I think the good idea would be to attack with this creature, and then attack with this creature. Like that. Then if those 2 creatures survive next turn, I will haste out my Doomscar Titan. Oh, okay. Math. I forgot about that. My own Calamity Bearer was doubling the damage, so whoops. I was thinking too hard. I forgot how good that Calamity Bearer is. It doubles the damage of my... I was only counting the original damage of 8 damage, and they had 9 life. But how about we double all of that? Now, why did Heliod suddenly jump into the battle? The opponent died, and then Heliod jumped in and says, "No, let me help you out." But the opponent's dead. Okay. Okay, getting closer. Let's keep trying to sneak attack these giants in. Hey, Stevie, welcome. I just did double damage with my giants. Liquid X UCLA. I don't know what that means, but UCLA usually means University of California, Los Angeles. They were the bitter rival of UCSD, which is where I went. UC San Diego, University of California at San Diego. I don't know if we were actually rivals, but... Okay, so another red player. I'm going to have double haste. I'm going to have the Crashing Drawbridge plus Tuk Tuk Rubble Fort. But what I should do is get rid of that good creature. What's the best way? Just with a little bit of damage there, like that. Double drawbridges? How can we do that? I'm going to give this drawbridge haste over here, and then I'm going to give this drawbridge haste over there. Big brain play. So, we've got 4 mana. Really cool looking treasure. Oh, Prosperous Innkeeper. People love that card. It is a good card. Sure, got rid of one of my... drawbridges, but this castle has 2 drawbridges. Oh man, Goldspan Dragon. I don't have any defenses for that. Well, we've just got to take the pain, and then I can have Calamity. If I get 1 more red mana, I can have Calamity Bearer strike in with double damage. Double gold spans. Well, I put auto passing, but it still doesn't take it for some reason. Fine, this won't be very impressive, but we'll do that final damage, and then we're done there. So that was fast. I guess haste dragons versus haste giants is a little stronger. Ooh, Space Marine from the Halo series. Halo 1, I'm sure. Okay, drawbridge, charger. Oh, okay, from Warhammer. Well, it's either a draw spell or a counter spell. If I lose this... Oh, okay. Kazaa. The prophecy foretells of a Doomscar Titan coming soon. Elemental Expressionist looks scary. Magecraft. Choose a creature you control. It does great stuff, so let's get rid of it. Props to their Prismari sleeves. Hey, I've got Prismari sleeves too. Prismari versus Prismari. Ah, man, Goldspan. Okay, fine. Let's go in Bergstrider. Let's tap the opponent. Let's tap that dragon. This is the second. He's the second opponent with a Goldspan Dragon strategy, but the other one was Rakdos, and this is Prismari. Icky, is it? Tap that out unless they have hexproof. And there we go, let that drawbridge crash open. Is that one final unsummon? Nope, okay. Next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. I can bring out Typhoon, but they tap out, so they'll be able to create one. They probably have like a shock or an opt to make 1 2/2 shark. But as for myself, let's bring out this Titan. Let me see the combo they have. Yes, good. Thanks for reminding me. We'll do that one. That's the one that I did on my short, right? Because there might be more than one nowadays. But we can do that one in a moment. So I changed the. I was trying to make a more mean deck from that card. I'll show that deck in just a moment. Great. Suddenly you have all of these 5/5s or something. So I don't know if I have enough power to push through everything. If I can get the Cyclone Summon, if I can get 3, 4, 5, no, I don't have enough mana. I was gonna say if I can bring that Cyclone Summoner it would return all permanents to their owner's hands except giants, wizards, and lands. So that would have completely decimated their board. But I missed a land drop, and then I don't have... Even if I draw one more land, I don't have enough for that 7 mana. Oh, return something. Okay, fine. How about returning my wall? You have 1 mana left. It's happening to double. Never mind. They got this one. Playing way too slow as always, and then they got way too much value out of nowhere. So let's move on. How am I doing on these quests? Can I play the other deck? The other deck. Okay, so I got that, and now let's play the other deck. So that, where do I have it? What did I call it? Call it Vesper. Here we go. Vesper Kill. Why does it say 8 non-format cards? I swear that after this update, Arena got so confused. Okay, so here's the deck. Here's the deck with the combo that will be banned because it's an infinite combo. And I was going to show you what was in the deck, but we'll play it. And I believe I've made a few changes since that original video. So I put a few more of these cards that synergize. So Cruel Celebrant, of course, is one of the win conditions. Infinite damage. Blood Artisan is another infinite damage. Wartime Witch is infinite scry, to scry into something nice. Sir Conrad is also infinite damage. Erebos is semi-infinite card draw. These are all the win conditions, but none of the enablers. So let's mulligan into something here. Also horrible. And then also horrible. So that's the combo right there, but I have to mulligan a lot. So, return 3. Okay, so one of these witches. I need the mana. I'll probably get mana. Oh, man. Okay, so I've got the enablers, but now I need the... Okay, there's the win condition. And then for it to fully work, I need 1 more mana, preferably black. Therefore telling a counter spell, and then I missed a land drop. Okay, so let's see what we got here. They have red mana, so they can disrupt the combo here if they just torch that Celebrant. They probably foretold a draw spell. That's what I want. If I can get 1 black mana, this is game over. Come on, 1 black mana. 1 black mana. Tap out. 1 white mana. Okay. And actually, that's a win condition as well. I can do it with double white or double black. Yeah. Okay. Here's the win condition. Instant win. Should we say good game to the opponent? Nah. Let's here we go. Instant win. Full control, because this, if you don't full control it, it'll pass priority for you. So double white to evoke this Vesper Lark. It dies right away. Hold priority to respond to myself. Kill my own creature. Yes, I'm sure Arena. Kill my own creature. It goes to the graveyard, brings itself back to life over and over, damaging the opponent over and over. I just have to press the spacebar over and over until the opponent realizes that they're dead, and they realize that they're dead. There we go. That's the best case scenario for this infinite combo, because it's automatic with the Cruel Celebrant. With the Blood Artisan, you have to manually click, because that's an old card that says target opponent loses life. It's from the old days where everything said target. Nowadays they make cards that are affect all opponents at once, because Commander's so popular. And Arena is also affecting card design. So that one's the automatic one. I still have to press the spacebar to pass priority to tell it, yes, grab the cards out of my... do these actions in the order that I specify. So I still have to press spacebar. But that's one example. Let's play it again. So I had to mulligan down. I had to mulligan down to 4, and then pray that the pieces came together, and they came together. Now, this is not affecting my quests, but let's play one more, and then I'll switch back to a deck that will let me complete the quest. So that was obviously an opponent that had heard about the combo, or had seen the combo, or maybe even did the combo, because the let me look up Vesper Lark. Because they quit rather right away. I've played against other people that they didn't know about this combo, and they let it play out a few times, and then eventually they figured out. It is originally printed in Modern Horizons. It's a recent card, but first printed in 2019, Modern Horizons 1. Alright, here's the combo also. This one will make infinite zombies. 5 mana infinite zombies or 5 mana infinite kill with Sir Conrad. So here's the combo right on my first hand. They go first. So as long as they don't disrupt the pieces, as in that they respond to kill my own Vesper Lark. If it's on the stack and I'm withering my own creature, they can respond. They can respond and kill my creature and break the combo. Now my win condition is not until turn... Okay, there's my win condition. So this is they're dead next turn. Back to my turn, that is. If they don't disrupt anything. They're playing mono green, maybe? If they pass with nothing meaningful on the board, they're dead. Yeah, they're dead. They're playing slivers, and they're dead. Good. I hate sliver players. That's too harsh. I dislike sliver players. So let's infinite combo them back to the Stone Age. Pay the 1. Always remember to hold priority. Whoops, not yet. Let it resolve. Hold priority. Yes, I'm sure. Pass. Alright. There's the infinite combo. Just have to spacebar to pass priority. I have to do space to pass priority because it's asking me in what order would you like me to do those? Do the damage or retrieve the Vesper Lark? So I'm just pressing spacebar to pass priority. So we'll be here for 12 turns. So Frodo 666 will has either never seen this combo or wants me to play it out, thinking that I'll time out, but obviously not. Because I am doing a game action. So either Wizards needs to ban this, or nerf it, or make it more automatic. They're reading my card. What does it actually do? What's happening here? Or maybe they'll quit when they have 1 life left. They're good gaming me, so let's good game them back. There we go. Take that, sliver player. Mana weft turn 2. Are you kidding me? All your slivers become Llanowar elves. They were gonna steamroll so hard into sliver shenanigans that I would rage quit. Oh, haven't I been doing some of these over here? What's a good one over here? Let the slivers hit the floor. Okay, so that's we might play a little bit more, but let me finish the gold digging, because this deck has no way to kill the opponent's creatures. So I want to finish the gold digging. Then we'll play that deck perhaps some more, and we've got cube draft to play, plus crack a pack. For those of you joining in, we've got a couple of things to crack. We've got why not switch over here? When we do the crack a pack in a moment, we're going to open up a pack of Forgotten Realms, Black Theme, and then Star Wars. Can't wait to get the mythic Luke Skywalker and put him in my deck. Anything good in the deals? Nope. Okay, so I just need to kill 15 of creature's opponents. I think I can do that. This is a new deck that I put here. I like this new... Oh, and it happens to be right on the box here. Asarak. Asarark is this very cool zombie wizard skeleton king guy that lets you venture into the dungeon over and over. Pretty fun. I was just listening to Limited Resources podcast yesterday, the #1 podcast on playing Limited. Marshall Sutcliffe and Luis Scott Vargas, like one of the top players of Magic, are on the podcast, and they were talking about this Dungeons and Dragons set, that it wasn't that good in retrospect, and they're like top players, and so they were saying that the mechanics of this set, if you were playing draft, unfortunately, are pretty ignorable. That you don't really get a lot of advantage with cards about rolling dice. That you don't get a lot of advantage about venturing through the dungeon. And I think there's like 4 mechanics in this set, and they were saying that most of them were pretty ignorable in draft, and all you had to do was just play the usual flyers and token strategies or whatever, and you could pretty much ignore the well, Firja, Judge of Valor, I judge your valor because of that. He didn't give me a chance to try to earn my gold. Oh, here's a Frostpire Arcanist. In the center, search your library for an instant with the same name as a card in your graveyard. Reveal it. So you have to have something in the graveyard, then you can go get it. I think I remember I did. That's why I didn't pick that one for my giant deck. So how's everyone doing? Have a good week? Anything interesting happen? I went to my office at the college today to get some work done, just as a change of pace. Got some new classes starting on Tuesday after the holiday. But artists won't really do too much. But that's a cast down, although it's for non-legendaries. Oh, okay, they're gonna ruin crab me. Turn 1, but then next turn I can get rid of it, hopefully. Man, there's my Elder Fang. That could have been a bait for me to use my removal spell, and I missed a land drop. Okay, hopefully I can pull one out of this. Fine. They're passing with full mana, so that's not good. One good thing about playing with this card is that it can just bounce back to the hand instead of back to the command zone. Still in lockdown. You've been visited by 2 ducks. What kind? Did you pull a counter spell? Nope, okay. Are they going to go with their 6th mana, or are they going to do the smarter play and build up their mana to... you're so lucky that Ruined Crab helped you out there. Nope, they're going to pass. They're going to play it safe. And, they're going to play it smart. They're going to summon their commander with enough counter spells to protect itself, so this is not gonna go anywhere. Let's play against a less CEDH player. So on a one-on-one casual format of Brawl, counter spells are not appreciated. But on a 4-player game, perhaps, they turn up every day. Turn up for the last 5 days. Are they migrating? Is this like also a time for migration and such? Because you're in winter time at the moment, I believe, nearing the end of winter. Is this the same guy? This is the same opponent, isn't it? Potato again? Wow, what matchmaking. Fourth turn, I can get double card advantage here, but they want to mill me. So it's mill plus counter spells until they summon their commander. Okay, let's see about this. Will they have an answer for that? Okay, that's good. That will block their... that will deactivate their... Windrobber. For a moment they had a single black open. Is that single black counter spell? Not a single black counter spell, but the single black kill spell. Alright, so if I go all in with my 5 mana to that Gilded Lotus and it gets countered, I'll only have 1 mana left. So maybe I can bait them into a Mind Stone counterspell. And then try 2 Tendrils of Corruption. Okay. So there's that. There's my kill spell. Sudden Edict, okay, I need that, but I can't try it yet. That edict, and I can get it if I spare supply. I should do that because they're gonna mill me. So yeah, let's grab that. 1 mana left. Okay, so I got 1,000,000 mana. They're falling behind on mana. Still, perhaps. They're using up their own mana, which is funny. Oh man, that arrow. Oh man, that Phyrexian. Okay. Let's cast down this one. Let's edict this one. Let's venture. Three, four, five, six. Yeah, let's do treasure token. I can venture twice. Maybe they'll give up after seeing so much of my value, even though I'm down to 10 life. Whenever this deals combat damage, they lose 1 life. Blah blah. Okay, let's minus them here so they do no harm. And play one more time. Draw a card. There we go. We passed one of the dungeons. There we go, you got your 4th mana. Look at that. And of course it's a Gonti stealing my stuff. They stole my prophetic prism. Passing with 3 mana open. Keeping that on top. 3 mana open. Well, GG opponent. People forget that the unstable obelisk could also destroy lands. Have at thee, varlet. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna lose 4 life. That's just gonna get milled, so I can leave it there. And one more time, we will have Gonti not attack. Who's the control player now, potato? Ah, man. And I'm dead to my own Phyrexian arena. Live by the arena, die by the arena. At least they never got to put out their commander while I played mine 50 times. Still not there. So I'm about to get the gold, then I'll do a short break, and then we've got other things to do. What's next? The Cracker Pack. We'll do the Cracker Pack right after the break. There's also a snack chat. They have Soren as their commander, so obviously vampire focused deck. They go first. I've got 2 kill spells at 2 mana, and then the 3rd mana in case I need it. So we can work with that. Are you going to turn one vampire with lifelink and death touch? Of course. What are the odds? Of course that would happen. Turn 2 vampire as well. Fine. They're pausing because they have village rights. They have village rights. This is so predictable. How is that possible? They had the turn 1 vampire of the Dire Moon. They had the village rights to kill their own creature in case I was going to kill it. Is this not obvious enough? Okay, so then they're going to minus Soren to just bring it back from the graveyard for free. So this will be a little bit of annoying for a moment. I need my Planeswalker removal spell, which I've got plenty of in the deck. So they're going to minus a vampire, or they can do both. They have the 4-man, okay, Whispering Snitch, which is not is it a vampire? Yeah, it's a vampire rogue. +1 on that. Okay, you want to do it that way, foretell something. That's obviously foretelling Poison Cup. So that's 2 mana -4. That won't do it, but Power Word Kill. Whoa. In mono black, if you foretell something, it's pretty limited what the options are. It's either Poison the Cup, which is Doomblade with foretell, or it's that one spell that you can bring back. If you foretell it, I believe, you can bring back all of your vampires out of your graveyard. Which I think they've only got 3 so far. Dark Ritual, wow. We'll bring back 1 creature. Oops, okay, we'll bring back 2 creatures. +1 more, I guess. And then the +1, okay. Well, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 mana for Professor Onyx, but she's not going to survive, so I'm going to need to bond 2 and pass. Seven mana already, but there's no ultimate. It's just return stuff from the graveyard. Alright, putting 1 vampire directly onto the battlefield. Actually, wait a minute. Oops, they did something. You may put a vampire from your hand onto the battlefield. Oh snap, they made a big mistake. They made a big mistake. They have no that goes to show they have no vampires in hand. I bet they wanted to bring it back from the graveyard. Yep, that was a big mistake. So probably, oops, I can Thoughtseize them. Yeah, let's Thoughtseize them, because I didn't untap. What's in here? Costly Plunder, worthless. Finality, destroy creatures. I don't really have creatures, and I would rather defeat their card draw, so get out of here. Next turn, I can untap. Okay. Ooh, Liliana. Okay, let's bring Liliana for so many Lilianas here. Can't even choose one, so we'll bring out Liliana plus her. They'll kill my token. I'll draw a card off of it. They'll scry 2. See, there it is. They kept both at the top. I draw a card off of that. Sure, 4/4 with... That's a 4/4 with Ward, but there's a way to defeat Ward. Liliana has many powers to defeat Ward. And then I will summon my final Liliana form. Bishop of the Blood, whatever. Sure. Alright, let's go into full Liliana mode here.
The best thing about zombies is their loyalties. Get out of my way.
And then remorse them out of the last thing out of their hand. And don't even need to care about their vampire. Yep. Vacusaro Rex. Got wrecked. So I believe I still had one more Liliana Planeswalker to summon. Maybe two more. But once you've got a whole Liliana squad coming at you, your one single Sorin Imperious Bloodlord is a little outclassed. They had all of these removal spells for my creatures, which I don't really have that many. I think I have 0 creatures. The only creatures that I really have is when I summon Dreadhorde General Liliana and then make a zombie or 2, and then when those die, those benefit me. And then I've got some card removal. So yeah, okay, that'll probably get me to today's reward. Waiting for server. Hopefully it's not crashing. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got the reward. There we go. We got all the gold digging done. Okay, let me take a little break. I'm actually gonna combine the Crack-a-Pack with the Snack Chat, and then we'll proceed after that into the Cube Draft. So we'll be back in just a bit. Talk amongst yourselves. Alright everyone, we're back. We've got the schedule, Crack-a-Pack plus Snack Chat. I see there you're working on your 3D environments. It's been a whole year. Time flies. I swear you were still working on your 3D environments and such. You're making headway. Uh-oh. Hopefully hopefully those are not symptoms of something worse on the laptop. It's not that old, is it? I got my laptop here in 2017, so that means it's ancient in the world of technology. I'm just noticing. So this is I said earlier, this is a brand new shirt. I got it a little too large. It's too big, and I lost the receipt, so I'm not gonna be able to exchange it. So it's probably just gonna be some nightshirt or something. But that's what I get for trying different colors. Okay, let's do the snack chat. I've got this beverage here. Blackberry Sangria Common Cider Company. So this is a sangria. This is a traditional flavor. Let's look up the official definition of sangria, because I used to drink it when I was little. The non-alcoholic one. Traditionally, sangria is alcoholic. Oops, not that guy. But over here, here we go. So, quick look at sangria. I believe it is Spanish in nature. Sangria is an alcoholic beverage originating in Spain and Portugal. Under European Union regulations, only those two Iberian nations can label the products as sangria. Similar products of different regions are different in name. Like champagne. Technically, champagne really only comes from the Champagne region of France. And so I guess sangria really can only be labeled those that come from Spain and Portugal. I bet this doesn't come from Spain or Portugal, but they're still using that name. So it's got hard apple cider, blackberry juice, red wine, mango juice, lemon juice, lime juice, natural flavors, spices, carbonation. Made and packed by Common Cider in Auburn, California. California is a little far from Spain, so I don't think this can officially be called sangria, but it's sangria. One of the most popular Spanish drinks. It's a punch with red wine and fruit. Clerico is a similar beverage that is popular in Latin America. I've never heard of it. Related to mulled wine. Okay, so let's give this beverage a try. Let's give this snack for Snack Chat a try. We'll pour it out, see what it looks like. Sangria is usually reddish color. Or purple, I guess. This is a hard... It's funny because sangria originally is wine plus fruit, so it's alcoholic. And then this is a hard cider and sangria based. I do not... Blackberry sangria. I don't get the point of this at all. Sangria is originally alcoholic. This is like, we're introducing alcohol to sangria because it's a hard cider, which means, you know, an apple cider is non-alcoholic. A hard cider is alcoholic. So they're introducing alcohol to something that was already alcoholic. So the concept of it is not great. The flavor, how does it taste? The flavor, there's definitely the aftertaste of alcohol. And then the blackberries, yeah, it's got a strong flavor of blackberry. It's relatively sour and slightly carbonated. It's not all the way to the level of beer, but it gives me those beer notes. So got any sugar or anything? 8 grams of sugar per serving, and I bet there's like 7 servings in this can. 1.6. So 8 times 1.5. Who went to school for math? 8 times 1.5. 12. So it's okay. Does have that alcoholic aftertaste, which you may or may not like. And I'll probably continue to drink it through the rest of the night because I don't want it to go to waste. What's my rating? From a scale of 1 to 10 Black Lotuses, I will give this a 7. I think if it was this alcoholic but double the sweetness, I might like it a little better. But it's fine as is. So, proud sponsor of the stream, Blackberry Sangria from the Common Cider Company. When was the last time you had some apple cider? I feel it's been a little while for me, but I will drink that throughout the rest of the stream. Okay, let's do the Cracker Pack and then we'll get to the gameplay. So switching over, so we're back in 2017, 16, 17 or so, yeah, sounds like a little while ago. So we're going to do the Cracker Pack of the Magic cards, maybe the Star Wars cards, or we'll do that second. We'll open this one right here. Let me adjust my webcam a bit first, however. I think that looks fine. Okay, so let's open this up. This is a deck that is almost complete. Just add lands. And I don't think they put arena codes in these yet. That would be so good if they did. They only put them so far into the arena starter kits, and I think nothing else. I think they don't. Wizards doesn't put arena codes in almost anything. Might be too overexposed. Okay, that's better. So let's look at what this deck's all about. So as we recall what these are, this is a 35 card deck. Add 25 lands to start building a 60 card deck. So it just needs 25 lands and then you've got a deck. It'd be very interesting if they sold these with the lands already, and then you buy one and then a friend buys one and then you just play. You still have your textures. Okay, that's good. So you have your texture so that when you get back, you said you just restarted it. Nothing more serious than that, but everything froze. Deadly Dispute, 2 mana. Sacrifice an artifact or creature, draw 2 cards, and create a treasure. Priest, Death Priest of Mirror, cool. 4 mana. Oh, I wanted this card. All skeletons, creatures, and zombies you control get +1. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died, you may pay 1. If you do, create a skeleton. So this makes your skeleton stronger, and it makes skeletons. That's fun. Sepulchral Sepulcher. You had the blue screen of Death Freeze. Ooh, before you had to restart. 2 mana, 2/1. Sacrifice another creature. This gets +2/+2 until end of turn, and only do it once per turn. Okay. This one's hilarious. Eye of the Beholder, 6 mana, instant, give a creature -11/-11. If you need to kill Ulamog, this will kill Ulamog, nothing else, basically. Not even Death Touch. But you give it a good old -11/-11, and it is dead. Shambling Ghast, 1 mana. It's a 1/1. When it dies, give a creature +(-1/-1) or make a treasure. Pays for itself. Horde Robber, 2 mana, 1/3. It's a Tiefling Rogue. When these deals combat damage, create a treasure. Hired Hexblade. It's an Elf Warlock, 2/2. When it enters, if mana from a treasure was spent, draw a card whose life. So treasure was a thing that was popular in this set. Speaking of which, Skullport Merchant, 3 mana, it's a 1/4, makes a treasure when it enters the battlefield. And then draw a card. Oh, they're using Citizen. They don't do Citizen a lot. That gets me curious. Let's look up how many citizens exist in the world of Magic. It's not just that we're cracking packs, we're also learning. Type Citizen. How many citizens exist? Only 2! Only 2 citizens exist in the whole universe of Magic. And they're both in this set. Prosperous Innkeeper and Skullport Merchant. Those are the only 2 citizens that exist in the world of Magic. I thought, however, there were citizen tokens, but I think this card that used to make citizen tokens has been changed. In Fallen Empires, there was a sorcery that was white. Right there, Acacian Town. Put 4 citizen tokens into play. Treat these tokens as one white creatures. Nowadays, create 4 white citizen creature tokens. So citizens have exactly tokens don't really exist like real cards. These are real cards that you can play right out of your hand, whereas tokens don't exist until you create them. So I wonder if there's a way to search for citizen tokens. Is that a thing we can search for? Citizen and token. Oh, okay, that searches for it. Okay, Acacian Crier, which was created in Time Spiral, which was like a sequel, sort of. 1 in a white discard, create 2 citizens. 1,000 years removed from her home, her news of war had lost its context, but not its relevance. Yeah, so when they originally printed this one, this was 2006. Fallen Empires came out in 1994. So after 12 years, they printed another citizen-generating card. And also in Time Spiral, they printed Sarpedian Empires Volume 7. That's so deep, because in the original Fallen Empires, they had Sarpedian Empires Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess. And then here, on the sequel, they printed Volume 7. As this enters, choose either White Citizen, Blue Camarade, Black Thrall, Red Goblin, or Green Sapperling, and then pay 3 and tap and create one of those. The past still lives within its pages, waiting for its time to come. So this was like a sequel to that Fallen Empires concept. And then, recently in Plain White Celebration, we have pay 7, choose 4. You may choose the same mode more than once. So you can create 4 2/2 citizens. And they're all the colors. And that one came with the token actually over here, which is very cool art. Every time I see that token, however, see if you can unsee this once I tell you. Every time I see this, to me, it looks like she has an extra third hand that is flopping in the back over there. That doesn't look to me like a scarf. It looks like her third hand over there. And then she's got the two hands holding up the whatever that is. The drum or something. But that's just like a long Harry Potter scarf. But whenever I see that, if I don't think too hard, it looks like an extra hand back there. What do you think? Does that look like an extra hand, or is that just me that I'm seeing things? I'm surprised they didn't keep it as a 1/1 citizen, because every other token generation up to this point was a 1/1. What are you doing, Wizards? They've always been 1/1s, and then you make this one a 2/2. Now we can't even use the newfangled token. Now we can't even use the newfangled token on all the vintage cards. That is an epic fail. This is a 1/1 and this is a 1/4. Anyway, back to the cards. So this is a citizen. Makes treasure. Grim Bounty. Destroy a creature, make a treasure. Oh, this is a very interesting card. Grim Wanderer. 2 mana for a 5/3. But there's a big catch. And it's got flash also, so you can flash it in. But here's the big catch. Cast this spell only if a creature died this turn. So some creature has to die first, and then you can instantly cast this 5/3. If something never dies, then you can never cast it. Here's another Dispute. Feign Death. 1 black mana instant. Until end of turn, target creature gets, when this creature dies, return it and make it a 1/1. Give it a +1/+1. There's another Eye of the Beholder. Vampire Spawn. Nowadays, most of the time, creatures say something like Vampire Rogue or Vampire Citizen. This one just says Vampire. That means it's jobless. Technically, when you have race and class, well, it's a dwarf, and its job is it's a citizen. Like over here, it's a tiefling, and a rogue is the job. This is a vampire, and it has no job. Anyway, it's a 3 mana, 2/3. When this enters, each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. That would be like a mini. That would be really cool if it was like a mini Grey Merchant of Asphodel, and you could gain all of that life, not just the 2 life one time. Lightfoot Rogue, 2 mana. It's a 2/1. If you roll dice, whenever this attacks, roll a d20, and either it gains Death Touch, or it gets +1 and Death Touch, or it gets +3 First Strike and Death Touch if you roll a perfect 20, which never happens. Manticore, I've used this one on a few decks. 4 mana, 2/1 flash and flying. When it enters the battlefield, destroy a creature that was dealt damage. So if you blow up with your 1/1, flash this in and this will finish the job. Here's an equipment. Thieves' Tools, 2 mana. When this enters, create a treasure. Makes a small creature unblockable. Another Grim Bounty, destroy a creature. Get a treasure. Check for traps, 2 mana. Opponent reveals their hand, you discard. You force them to discard. If you do this to an instant or a card with flash, they lose 1 life. Otherwise, you lose 1 life. Baleful Beholder, 6 mana, 6/5. When it enters, either each opponent sacrifices an enchantment, or creatures you control gain menace until end of turn, and it's a 6/5. This one wins the game. Devour Intellect. This is some of the most creepy art. There's a brain. There's a creature that looks like a brain, and it's going to eat some guy's brain. 1 black mana. Target opponent discards a card. If mana from a treasure was used instead, they reveal their hand, and then you choose a card. Here's another Shambling Ghoul. Oh, here's one of these classes. Warlock class. This is an enchantment, 1 black mana. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. And pay 2 mana to level up. When this becomes level 2, look at the top 3 cards of your library, pick one, put the others into your graveyard. Pay 7. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses life equal to the life they lost this turn. Okay, so it's kind of a lot of setup, but it could keep damaging them. Zombie Ogre, 7 mana. When it dies, if a creature, if this or any creature dies, venture. Another Beholder Eyes, another Warlock class, another Warlock class, another Manticore. Did I already get to the rare? Another Jobless Vampire, another Ghast, another Merchant. Okay, Herald of Hadar, 5 mana, 4/4, and then at any time pay 6 mana to roll. If you roll 1 to 9, each opponent loses 2 life. If you roll 10 to 19, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. If you roll a perfect 20, each opponent loses 2 life, you gain 2 life, and you create 2 treasures. That's fun. There's another Devourer. There's a white, a Zombie Soldier. Here's the rare. White Zombie Soldier, 2 mana. Enters the battlefield tapped. It's a 3/2. Whenever a creature dealt damage by white this turn dies, create a 2/2 and exile that card. Whenever a creature dealt damage by white, okay, so it doesn't have to be combat damage, it could be some sort of damage, like from an equipment, I guess. It makes a zombie, and then you exile. Yeah, I guess you could equip something that lets you do damage directly to a creature. You exile the creature, even if it's a huge creature, and you make zombies. Oh, another rare. Oh, I got 2 rares in this pack. Cool. Sphere of Annihilation. This is an interesting board wipe. It's an artifact. So, black plus X. Sphere enters the battlefield with X void counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile Sphere and all creatures and planeswalkers with mana value less than or equal to the number of void counters on it, and all creatures and planeswalker cards in graveyards. So it's a creature destruction spell if you put the right amount of mana. Although it doesn't happen right away, it happens until the next turn. And then we've got the token for the dungeon. Is this one double-sided? It's double-sided. And then the other. So we got all the dungeons. Not a lot of venturing happening, but the venture tokens. 2 rares in this pack. It comes with at least 1. It got with 2. Let me check if I have any of these cards. I know I have the Sphere already. I don't remember if I've got the white or not, so let me check. Yes, I already had a white, actually. Some fun cards, definitely. Oops. Some fun cards in the most funnest color of all, of course. We all know that. Everyone knows that.
Evil Mage also knows that this is the most funnest color of all.
Oh yeah, say hi, bye Evil Mage. See you next time. We'll listen to your opinions about the best color of all next time. So there's the cards that I got right here, and we'll get back to the gameplay. Like I said, I wish that they would sell these as like completely complete, even if they're not powerful decks. But it would get more people into Magic, right? If these were complete, because if you give this to a brand new player that says simply add 25 lands and you're ready to play, well, if you're a new player, where are you going to get those lands from? If you buy a bundle, they come with lands, but they only come with 25 lands for that's just one player. So where did new players get lands from? This really should have come complete. This should have come as a 40 card deck. These should have come with a complete 40 card deck with the lands already and the cards. But I don't work for Wizards of the Coast, so. Okay, back to the gameplay. Let's do the cube draft. We've got another cube happening at the moment. Let's see, what do we have? 4Gs for best of one. Play until you lose 3 times versus play 4Gs 3 matches regardless of record. Huh. This is better, isn't it? Because you definitely will play 3 matches, which means sideboards. I bet the rewards are less. The maximum here is 6,000 gold. You'll get your winnings back after. You get your entry fee back after only 2 wins. Versus you need to win 5 times in order to get your entry fee back, but you can win up to 6,000. But it's only best of 1. Let's play the best of 3, of course. Play 3 regardless of match. We'll play best of 3. So I know they have a couple of types of cubes. One special note: to give more players a chance at a robust lesson plan, the Tinker's Cube includes 4 copies of Environmental Sciences. To see the full list, click here. So Environmental Sciences is the what is Environmental Sciences? The one that lets you search for lands to fix your mana. Play best of 3. Let's do a quick look at the card pool. Anything that stands out. Get Johnny's Pride Mate. So that of course is for Life Gain Strategy. Griffin Aeries Life Gain Strategy. Advisory Solidarity for, okay, there we go. That's the Healer's Hawk plus the Johnny's Pride Mate combo. So we got a little bit of life, we've got a little bit of combo, we've got some Blink sub-theme for value. Yeah, there's the replayability value sort of thing. We've got the Anthem effect for there's another of the life gain strategies. Got some anthems for the go wide strategy. What else? Maybe equipment. There's the life gain strategy. There's the value strategy. Oh yeah, this is the saddest magic card of all. Blessed Spirits, 3 mana. It's a 2/2. It's a flying spirit. Flavor text: not all heroes die in armor. Ooh, if you think about that too hard, it is the saddest magic card ever. Got maybe a little bit of adventure going on with Nadar. That's what we're looking for in white. Faith's Fetters for life gain. Basri's Acolyte life gain. Archon for some enchantment stuff. Cathars Crusade go wide. Divine Visitation for tokens. In blue, what do we have? Well, the usual. Guess a little bit of unblockability with Tetsuko. We have extra turns, I suppose. Time Stream Navigator, Mythic Rare to take an extra turn, so there might be a little bit of taking turns strategy. There's of course the, okay, I guess there's also some surveil in here. There's some unblockability, card draw, disruption. There's omniscience in this cube. Counter spells, of course. Grazilax, Illithid Scholar. Whenever a creature you control becomes blocked, you may return it. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal damage, draw a card. Okay, more card draw stuff. Got some flyers, of course. Warden of Avos Isle, that's amazing. Makes your flyers cost less. Guess we have a little bit of ninjutsu. Maybe some artifact action. Drake Haven, whenever you cycle, create drakes. Okay, so we've got tokens in blue as well. Drake Haven plus Murmuring Mystic. I remember people were playing Murmuring Mystic so much from Guilds of Ravnica. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, create a bird. People were making so many birds. People loved that card. What else is in blue? I guess copying stuff. Hey Gabe, how are you doing? We're about to start the draft in just a moment. I'm just browsing what cards are here to maybe look out for. Let's look at the good cards. In black, what do we have? Removal. I like that Reaper's Talisman. That can do interesting things. Got some Necropotence-ish effect. Not really, but sort of. Chainer's Edict. Blood Artist for some drain strategies. Malefic Scythe for some kill your own creatures and get stuff archetype. Lifelink with Poet's Quill. There's a little bit of Learn, so that's from the sideboard. I'm not seeing a lot of great things in black. I guess Lifelink, Bloodthirsty Aerialist. Card draw, Death Touch. Treasure. Kel's Fight Fixer. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, you may pay Dimir. If you do, draw a card. So I guess it's a lot of destroy your own creatures to get value out of them. You might get, there's a couple of hand disruption things. Hippie is in here, as well as Heartless Pillage, Random Persist Goblin. Oh, Davriel, Soul Broker, one of the newest cards that is completely broken. Anything else? Little Fabricate, I guess. There's the alternate win condition, Revel in Riches if you can get a bunch of trophies, or treasures. Lolth is in here, so that's a good one to look out for. Cycling and minus counters. Ooh, the Haunt of Hightower, I like that. I don't see a lot of I don't see a lot of black cards that really stand out that I need these cards. That's weird. Okay, going over to red. I don't care about red, but what's going on here? Has there been a new type of creature? New type of creature? Well, Citizen, like we looked at a moment ago, it's not that powerful. But in the new Dungeons and Dragons set, there's a lot of treasure. There's some cool treasure action, although there's no pirates. But there's a few spells here and there that I keep seeing the Dragon Master outcast, and I want that card to work so well, but it never works. But I still pick it every time. As long as you have 6 lands, create free dragons. Mogged equally good as dinos and pirates. That's a good question. Goblins, they've been making a lot of goblin cards. Those are always good. Like right here, Goblin Banneret. It can get +2/+1 and gives Mentor. And this Charger right here, give it Haste. Caught the stream last weekend all the way from Utah. Yeah, I remember you came by there. You were over on, I think you said Zion National Park. So that's really cool. Did you should put some cool pictures over on the Discord to have everyone check out your adventures if you want. Hobgoblin Captain, that's a good one. Gains first. Well, is it that one? Or maybe I'm thinking of another one. And of course we've got removal in red. Mask of Immolation's always annoying. Pianalar makes Thopters. Ooh, we got Krenko. That one's a winning card. Season Pyro is also a winner. Catrak, Captain Lannery. We just got Captain Vance on a recent set. Actually, that's a good point right there. There is a new. They did put a couple new pirates in the new set. Campgrounds from Zion. They have reception. Oh, that's good. High tech. You can enjoy nature as well as still connect to the world. Oh, they have both Krenkos? Why is this not alphabetized? They have Krenko Tin Street King and then also Krenko Mob Boss. That's really good. Hey there, Dark Lord Eyes. How are you doing? We're about to do the draft. I'm just kind of browsing what cards are around. This is going to be Cube draft. Just browsing cards to see what's good. Brash Taunter. Ooh, Star of Extinction. Terror of the Mount of Ellis. Sethron. Moving on to green. What's good in green? We got a Gilded Goose, of course. Finn the Fangbearer. Do we have any good Death Touch action? Nisian Horn Beetle always works really well. Masked Vandal. Warbriar Blessing's always good. Scurrid Colony for squirrels. Squirrel Sanctuary for squirrels. Okay, so there's definitely a squirrel theme. Pelt Collector's always good. Nisian Warden. Constellation. Wolf Willow Haven. Looks like all the cartouches are here, so that's cool. Rex Sage, Esika's Champion, make a bunch of cats. Eliwick, Planeswalker. Ooh, Parallel Lives. So definitely if you're doing tokens, there's a Parallel Lives here. Neith of the Dire Hunt. Whenever one or more creatures control fight or become blocked, draw a card. Yes, what is the question? Ooh, Aishaya, that one's always a good card. Old Gnawbone is in here. Palaka Worm. Impervious Great Worm. Yeah, get that 16/16 indestructible. 16/16 indestructible. You'll be able to ramp into it, no problem. Beanstalk Giant is here. What about the lands? Got a bunch of dual lands, shock lands, staggering insight for card draw. There's the Empyrean Eagle for the... Okay, this is where I should have looked at first, because these are always the cards to look at to determine an archetype. Hey Ashley, how are you doing? We're about to do the cube draft in a moment. I'm just looking at the card pool. I'm getting to the good cards now, the multicolored cards. Is YOLOing attending college course is a good thing? How do you get caught up when getting financial aid? Sorry, did you type that properly? Is YOLOing attending college course is a good thing? How do you get caught up when getting financial aid? Meaning like you take a class very quickly for no big reason, or what do you mean? The financial aid is definitely, everyone can apply for it, and it might really help. Also, if you go with community colleges, that might be even a better route, because it's more affordable and often high quality as well. So if that's kind of the question, hopefully that kind of makes sense what I'm saying, or if not, feel free to ask. Here we go. Gabe shared a very cool photo here. Let's take a quick look at it. Look at that. Let's open original. So cool. Is this known as a particular formation here? Does this have a particular name? That's nice right there, right by nature, and you can go hike right out at the top, right? Cool, thank you for sharing that. You're about to attend college courses and you're getting financial aid, though. Don't want to get caught up in ODEP. Okay, if your question about online courses or private school, this is the... I forgot to ask also, well, are you in the US or not? Because in different places it's a different answer. But the value of having any college education depends, of course, on the employer, and it does put you ahead of some candidates, so having a college education is very valuable. Now, with financial aid versus loans and such, it is a bit of a necessary evil in terms of higher education can be expensive. And these loans, depending on these financial aid loans, you can actually defer them, as in not needing to pay them until you've finished school. Meaning, you could continue to take like a 1-unit class for several years, and you're still in school, and you don't have to start paying back that loan until you're done taking classes. I did that. I finished my education in 1 year, at a certain year, but then I kept taking like one class for a few more years where I didn't have to start to pay back the loans until I had like a job and could actually afford it and such. So there is, again, depending on, that's from a US based opinion. Don't know how it is elsewhere, but that's one way to do things, if possible. Let's look at a couple more of these cool photos from Gabe, and then we'll start the stream. We'll start the game. Here we have very cool rock formations right in the middle of it all. And there's Gabe right there, right in the middle of nature. If you think about this, looking at the levels of the rocks, this is thousands, if not millions, of years of history that you're literally standing in, because as you go further through the strata of the rocks, it's like thousands of years in between. So if you start at the very top, up there is the younger time period, and down here is the older, so you're like literally standing 2 million years ago or something. I don't know the actual ages, but that's millions of years ago that you're standing in. So that's kind of amazing to think about. Similar to when you look at the stars and you're seeing the light of the star that left millions of years ago. Be careful there, don't let the creature pull you down. And this last couple more here. So, ooh, cool! You got a cool little, you got a very cool telescope as well. Did you see some cool space phenomena? Bought some stuff at Target, eh? I love looking at people's pictures, and then, oh, don't forget to pick up your trash back there. Hopefully you picked that up. I love looking at people's pictures because they never realize everything that's in the picture. But I love to look at every inch of a picture. What's in the tent? Is that your... what is that? No, that's not. That's it's your buddy's telescope. Ooh, 360,000. Yeah, that is a lot. But again, as I said, depending on the terms of the loan and such, as long as you're still taking classes, you might be able to defer it until you have stability of a job and such to start to pay things back. And not sure, obviously, how far along in that you are, Dark Lord, but what drink was that? Looks like a very cool martini. But Dark Lord, I'm not sure how far along you are in the whole process. 360k is a pretty big chunk. It can be paid off in a long time, and everyone does that. But the thing about community colleges and the like is that they offer comparable education at a much more affordable price. Not everything, especially if you're going with a more of a private school, that's a very high education oftentimes for those prices. So it is a lot to consider, and hopefully a little bit of the rambling that I did is somewhat helpful. I wanted to catch a sight of Saturn, but didn't get a chance. Trying art school, that'd be cool. Full Sail, I hear that's a popular one. Okay, so we got vampires to look out for, flyers, strategy, graveyard matters, sacrificing your stuff for value, pests, tokens, a lot of dual lands, equipment, enchantments, spirits, so a lot of cool stuff. Ooh, okay, what are we doing here? We have Terramorphic Expanse for mana fixing, a bunch of shocks and duels, Evolving Wilds, plus they have all the fetch lands in here for mana fixing. Eye of Vecna card draw, Golden Egg card draw, Environmental Science for the mana fixing, Gold Vein Pick to make treasure, so this might be like multicolors, Meteor Golem for removal, Hedron for ramp, Unstable Obelisk for removal. So that's play. This is a cube, so there's a little bit of everything here, and we'll see what we make. It's a phantom draft, so we don't get to keep it, I guess, but we get to play. Huh. This art is interesting. Someone venturing. A sour candy lemon martini. That sounds amazing. I like sour candies and such. Lemon, a nice refreshing citrusy lemon martini. Martinis often have, what's a martini made out of? Gin, oftentimes. Yeah, you have a loan payoff, but as a continuing student, you have the option to defer it, or you can start paying it off. Yeah, exactly. As you continue your studies, you can defer it. You can still pay. You can instead of paying the full amount, you can. I believe you can probably pay a little bit, even if you're deferring it while you're taking classes. But yeah, that was there's a lot to consider in an education. Speaking of drinks, if people came in a little bit late, what I'm drinking, this draft is coming slowly, unfortunately, but what I'm drinking, I did the snack chat earlier on. I opened up this Blackberry Sangria from the Common Cider Company, proud sponsor of the stream, one day. And what is the ABV on this? What is the alcoholic content? Probably pretty low. And I'm probably imagining it, but I feel that I'm feeling it. 6.5%. That's nothing. I drink gin, and this is only 6.5. Kind of queuing up a little bit slowly. Hopefully we get more people to join on the game. Here's what we need to do. We need to get Gabe, and we need to get Stevie. We need to get Dark Lord, all of you in here, and Mark, you need to fix your computer. We need to all get you into here, into the cube. We need to get Keeb, Top Hat, all of you that play, get in on this cube draft. Maybe people are doing the best of one because they see the rewards are so much better, but actually the 6.5, that's beer-ish level, and the last time that I drank some alcoholic drinks on the stream, wasn't that one time that I had to cut the stream because I was dying and I drank too much, and some of you remember, right? And well, that was like just gin and brandy plus like soda or something, so that's like it was like 40%. I'm glad there's no record of that ever happening and it just exists in our memories, right? So 6.5, you double any percentage and that gives you the proof. So 6.5 proof is 6.5% ABV, alcoholic beverage, alcohol by volume. Double that becomes 13. So this is 13 proof. And things like vodka and gin are often 80 proof and such. You were cracking up. You were laughing at my pain. Come on, we need one more person. Get in on the game. Who else is on? Iconic from Palawa. Palawa is over in Tasmania, actually. Another southern hemisphere dweller. I'm not sure where Iconic Wind is situated at. But, Palawa and I were both on the, also known as Echidna. I'm not sure why he's got two names. Is a Palawa also a like southern hemisphere creature? Because the Echidna is a southern hemisphere creature, right? Like kangaroos and Tasmanian devils. I know in the US we usually say Tasmanian devils, just like the classic Bugs Bunny character. But is it more properly more like Tasmanian? Tasmania? It's not a New Zealand thing. Yeah, Tasmania. It's Tasmania, right? Because it's an S, isn't it? I need to ask him one day. We just need one more person. So I'll put you on. Oh, there we go. Table ready. Let's go. Got the dog pound ready on this table. Everyone just needs to click. Everyone needs to click ready. Come on, the last person. We've all clicked ready except this last person. Taz. So it is Taz with a Z. That's how I always had heard it all my life, but I kind of assumed, well, this is just the American way, because we have the Tasmanian Devil. Tasmanian Devil. Come on, 14 seconds. It's funny that it doesn't tell you who it is until the game actually fires. No, click it! It's gonna kick us out if you don't click it! It should automatically... Huh. Yeah. Oh, there we go. We're ready again. Come on, we're ready. Go. It should just automatically start the game, even if the person steps out and then they fail in the draw. There we go. So we got everyone. Okay, good. Let's see what we got. Luminous Broodmoth is amazing. Creatures die and then they come back. Seasoned Pyromancer makes elementals. Blade Splicer. Create a golem. I don't think there's a big golem strategy in this, but they get first strike. Phoenix is a 2/2. Learn. If you've got Learn, it comes back. Sky Clay for mana fixing lands. Whirler Rogue. When the centers create 2 Thopters, untap 2 untap artifacts. Cannot be blocked. Grim Dancer is cool. Dwarven Hammer. Equipment. Timeless Witness. Return a card from your grave. Okay, so it's a regrow from the hand. Bruner for equipment. Oh, I like that a lot. I'm thinking the Luminous or the Bruner. They're both amazing, but that one's mythic. I'm gonna go with the mythic. If your creatures die, they come back to life. And then we'll see if Bruner comes back, and we'll keep an eye out for equipment. I want the Meteor Golem. A lot of cool stuff. This is cube, so every pack is amazing. There's an equipment in white. Ooh, there's Nadar in white. Removal in black. Sengir Vampire. Calyx with enchantments. Narman Renegade, Death Touch. Revolt. Gets a +1 if you lost something. Book of Many Things. Dice rolling. Do not want. Okay, I'm gonna go with Nalar because then those dungeons give you cool value. You've got the Whale. It forces all of the opponent's creatures to attack every turn. Plus it's got Ward 3. You've seen a Tasmanian Devil on TV and on Looney Tunes and Tiny Toons. That was Dizzy Devil, actually. The Tasmanian Devil. Tasmanian Devil is the classic one. Dizzy Devil was on Tiny Toons. Choose creature or land. Reveal the top cards. Whatever. Improvise weaponry. Deal damage. Create a treasure. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Nadar. Venture. 3 mana. Toralf. This can be an equipment or it can be a god. Whenever a creature or planeswalker deals excess damage, deals X damage to target. Whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess damage, Toralf deals damage equal to the excess to any target. Okay, so you take that excess and then you target it where you want, or you can create Thor's Hammer. Equipment. Loxodon for the life gain strategy, zombie strategy, Thopter strategy, vaguely ramp. Couple of ramp spells there in green. Ooh, Gutter Snipe is always amazing. Deals damage when you cast instants and sorceries. Field Trip. People are dropping a lot of these green cards, so maybe you should get some green cards. White and green, maybe. Spectral Steel. Those are common, so we'll probably get them back later. I'm gonna go with that equipment. Yeah, look at it. You definitely, in this style from Kaldheim, this would be perfect. This would be the perfect Celtic style that you could tap into. Yeah, people are skipping these green cards, so maybe just for the power of the draft I should go with the green cards. Parallel Lives doubles your tokens. Goblin Wizardry makes prowess goblins. Migration Path mana ramps you. Landfall. Mana Fixing, Thriving Grove. Parallel Lives with the Luminous Broodmoth would be cool because it makes a token and then Parallel would double the token. Cleric class, it's a life gain strategy. Junkwinder, it's the token strategy. Okay, we'll get the Parallel Lives. See about these other red or green cards later. I love that Haunt of Hightower, but I don't want to deviate too much. Thwart is a good... No, that's not the card. I always forget. I always confuse this card with another card. Something I think Soul Shatter. I confuse that too much. Spider Spawning Sorcery makes... This is a creature token deck. I got Parallel Lives. Okay, but it flashes back with black. Dual lands in red and... Dual land in red and green would be useful, but Spider Spawning doubling with Parallel Lives might be more usefuler. Yeah, let's go with spiders. And I am the traffic jam. Ben Geller. Bake into a pie, no one took that removal spell. Intrepid, Outlander, Venture, and Reach. Quad green will give a 4/4 creature. Embedded Adventurer there. Yeah, let's keep a lookout on token stuff. This one would make a goblin token. Colossification, Hedron for mana ramp, Bastion for proliferate, Wave Shifter. When this enters, investigate twice, so make 2 clues. Simic, not really Simic. This is ramp, 4 mana ramp. Colossification, give a creature +20/+20. Primal Might is a fight card. I think I'm gonna get that. No one took it in rare. It's a fight card for removal. We have a living land, overgrown arch, life gain strategy plus learn, dual land, wrong colors, usher, forsake in order to defeat artifacts from the sideboard. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the living land. Unless you have removal for that, this is a 3/4 flying land you can activate. Okay, we got back to Brunner for artifact strategy. Each creature you control gets a +2 for each equipment, pays 0 to equip once for free. So we could have an equipment action going on, and then if we get a little bit of mana fixing, it could be green, white, splash red, because Divine Hammer was left on the ground. Choose creature or land. Reveal the top 4 cards. Put all cards of the chosen type revealed this way into the rest of the graveyard. Okay, that's vaguely useful. Then over here, the mending. Everyone, I mill, then you may return a creature to the hand, return all lands. So whatever lands you mill, just go directly to the battlefield. Okay, here we go, dual lands. The dual land color that I needed. Or the grove, I want both of those. But we'll go with the crag. Giant growth. And lastly, nothing. Okay, pack 3, Kethar's Crusade is perfect for having a lot of creatures. Tolsamir makes a token. Makes a token and you gain life and you fight. Elysian Caryatid fixes mana. Tranquil Thicket got a cycling. There's a lot of good stuff here as always. Verdant Embrace, 5 mana. Enchanted creature gets +3 at the beginning. Create a sapperling. Okay, token action going there. Oh man, what do I get here? Probably Tolsamir, and hopefully that Embrace comes back, because that'll be a great token strategy. And I also want that Kethar's Crusade and that Caryatid. Maybe the Thicket. So many good things. Let's go with Tolsamir. There's another dual land. That's Verdant Embrace, yes, exactly. Arnie slays the troll. Target creature you control fights. Add red. Put counters, you gain life. Pretty good. Or Briar Best. Okay, Introduction to Annihilation is just removal on the spot. Yep. Colorless. Perfect removal with Exile. Ephemerate, which is for the blink effects. Dual land here. Environmental Sciences to mana fix. Cold Gnawbone. Is that a trap? No one took it. 7 mana to make insane amounts of treasure. I'll go with this Professor so I can leave that spell in the sideboard. Blink the Tolsamir. Yeah, if I come back to the blink ability, that'll be very useful. Out Muscle. Gold Vein Pick is more mana fixing. Out Muscle is removal. Archon, when you do enchantments, you get tokens. Go for that Archon, and then we'll see if we wheel back things. completely nothing in this pack. Oops, are people wising up to what's in these cards? Are any of these lessons that I can grab instead? Sorceries, instants, creature, legendary, creature, zombie. Well, at least it's only 1 mana here, so just grab that. Healer's Hawk in white. Scurrid Colony for... No, that's not amazing. Okay, we'll go with a flyer. Because if we have the flyer and we attach the pick to it, we could get a lot of treasures off of it. If I get. I also want that lightning axe. Yeah, let's grab that lightning axe. Don't have enough removal, perhaps. No one wanted Davriel, the brand new broken planeswalker. Ooh, Terry's Terramorphic. Let's grab that. With the Terramorphic Expanse, we can a little bit more easily play other colors. Cycling Land. Goblin Banneret can get big pretty fast. Here's the enchantment for the Archon. It kind of works on its own. No one wanted Gnawbone. They're like, Gnawbone. Yeah, this is just a power draft. Every pack is full of good cards. That's what Cube is. Too bad you don't get to keep the cards. And then fruit. Okay, 3rd pack. Dual land, but not in the colors I need. Mask of Immolation is an equipment. Oh, here we go. Clarion Spirit. Cast your 2nd spell, make a token. Boots of Speed is another equipment. Neheb makes a bunch of mana. Fierce Witchstalker creates food. Sentinel's Eyes is just reusable. There's a shock land in Boros. Nesian Hornbeetle gets bigger and bigger. And you cast a non-creature spell, Surveil. Shaya makes a lot of mana. Rise of Extus is removal. I want that. There's another living land. Den of the Bugbear becomes a 3/2. 12 creatures so far. Quintorius helps your spirits. So much good stuff. Let's go with a Shaya because it ramps. Is that another Lulth? Grim Lavamancer. Exile 2 cards from your graveyard. Deals 2 damage to any target. Spirit Summoning. Makes a 3/2 token. Cartouche. Cartouches are often very good. It's an enchantment, plus makes a creature, plus gives first strike. Environmental Sciences for mana fixing. There's a lot of good stuff on that one as well, even that dinosaur. Turn 1 Pelt Collector. There's also Cartouche. That's removal. Plus that Clifftop Retreat. Plus the Enchantment Creature. There's the Enchantment Planeswalker. Let's grab it and not think too hard. I'm not doing... I didn't grab the Healer's Hawk. There's Vraska. That creates tokens. Soul Guide Lantern for the graveyard. Yeah, Planeswalker's always tricky to deal with. Basic Conjuring, look at the top 6 cards. You may reveal any card, put the rest at the bottom. Oops. Fine, we'll get Vraska on the team. Who else is on the table? Ben Geller, Constant Hack, Your Guy Walt, Mr. Hugh, Cerberus, Lizzo, and Byak. Mother Bear. It's a 2/2 for 2, and then eventually you can get 2 2/2s out of the graveyard. That's value. Play it once, play it twice. There's the equipment. So it's going to be... We're going to see about cutting everything that I've been grabbing. I think has been cool. Don't really have a lot of ramp to get to Gnawbone that fast, unfortunately. Sentinel's Eyes. Why was it going to auto-pick a black card for me if I have no black cards in the deck? Sometimes the algorithm is weird. Traveler. Alright, got a lot of interesting things. We'll see maybe if it'll just be a straightforward green-white deck or if triple colors will work. Let me first choose a cool sleeve. Let's have Luca and his flying cat. So, 16 creatures, 16 non-creatures. Yeah, probably just cut all the red cards. Let me do that. I'll just cut all the red cards right away and then see where we're at that point. So without thinking too hard, I'll just cut all the red cards. That's 41 cards. So with no red cards, what do we have? Enchantment, give a creature +1 in first strike and to make a creature for only 1 mana. Doomed Traveler, it's a 1/1. When it dies, create a spirit token. Sentinel's Eyes, just a reusable +1/+1 Vigilance. Primal Might, give a creature +X, it fights. Clarion Spirit, when you cast your second spell, make tokens. Griffin Airy, when you gain life, make tokens. That one might not work as much as I want. I don't think I've got a lot of life gain stuff here. Professor Symbology, When it enters learn, did I get that many learn spells or not? Probably not. Does this tell me? Lesson? I got 2 lessons. Okay, I can go grab them, so that's fine. Intrepid Outlander. It has to attack with a lot of creatures and then it can venture. It's not amazing, but it's a 2/3 for 2 and reach. Mother Bear, it's a 2/2 for 2. Later on, pay 5, you get 2 more bears. Tokens. Nisian Wanderer, it's a 1/3 with Constellation. When you pay an enchantment, look at the top 3 cards. You may reveal a land, put it into your hand, put the rest at the bottom. Winding Way. Choose a creature or land, reveal the top 4 cards, put all of those, choose creature or land. Put all of those into your hand. Probably cut that. That's exactly 40. And Adar is just reusable venture. Cartouche gives a creature +1, plus fight. Summoning creates a spirit. Archon cares about enchantments. Oh, and gives lifelink, so that would trigger the Griffin Airy. Luminous Broodmark, if your creatures die, they come back as tokens. Parallel Lives, double your tokens. Vraska makes tokens. Death Touch tokens. Spider Spawny makes tokens. Probably won't be able to flash back it, although it only needs 1 black mana. Don't think... Well, Gnawbone makes treasures, so maybe. Oh, and then Ashaya actually makes all your creatures into mana dorks. No, it turns them into forests. It makes them all into forests. The Mending, you mill yourself, you return a creature, and then put all lands onto the battlefield. I don't know if that's as good as I think. Well, it's a rare, so it's good. Tulsamir makes the wolf. If other wolf enters... No, whenever a wolf enters, gain 3 life, and then it fights. So it's a... Here's the best of both worlds. I have Parallel Lives out, and then I summon Tulsamir, and it makes 2 wolf tokens, and they both attack. And then we've got Introduction to Annihilation. Which is Exile. Now if I put that in the sideboard, I can learn for it. I can sort of tutor for it whenever I play the Professor of Symbology. What does everyone think? I feel that having the removal spell directly in the deck makes me feel safer, but the point of it being a lesson is that I can go tutor for it. If I first play Professor of Symbology, I can go tutor for exactly that lesson, and I know that I will always have it. If I have it in the regular part of the deck, I have to draw it at some point. Though, if it's in the sideboard, I can go get it right away as necessary. I personally feel that I feel safer with it in the deck, but that requires that you draw it. So it's probably better in the sideboard, because during Strixhaven, everyone was saying that this learn ability was good because you can go get it right out of your sideboard when you needed it. Yeah, let's put the lesson in the sideboard where it belongs. Gnawbone, if I can get to Gnawbone, I've got a 7/7. Got the Living Land, it becomes a 3/4 flyer. Plains, forests, Cycling Land, Shockland, Fetch Land. So that's 39 cards. Okay, it's green and white with a tiny splash of red to get a Planeswalker. Planeswalker's always trouble, so let's let's give that a try. So it's pretty much Selesnya with a little burnt edge with red. Oh, that's actually, I guess you would call Naya, right? Red, green, and white is Naya. Here's our first opponent. Yeah, when I did my rankings of the top Strixhaven dragons, at the time that I made the deck, from the knowledge that I had... Oh, I go first. From the knowledge that I had Gnawbone as the third best dragon. But then as the meta shook out, it was number one. It became number one. And everyone in the comments is telling me it should have been number one. That is actually the most popular video I've ever made, ranking the dragons. Now it has the most views that I've ever had on a YouTube video. We'll check the views in a moment. But, alright, so turn 2, Nisian Wanderer, they're playing red. Man. Red versus my poor little creatures. Let's see what happens. Okay, here's the big brain tech. If I can get one more planes, I can summon the Clarion Spirit and then play the Cartouche, and that's 2 spells in 1 turn. That'll trigger the Spirit. But anyway, there's Parallel Lives. Okay, so can I... What's the play here? Whenever you play an enchantment, look at the top card. Okay, I guess we'll try to play that first, even though that still won't trigger the Clarion. We'll do this. Yep. And that is a land, okay, grab it. Yeah, I'll play that tapped. I got a 2/4 with first strike. It's got a big butt. Play my next land. Oh man. Fine. 4th land. Okay. Parallel Lives, this was the whole point of this, right? So, still missing one. If I had that one planes, I could pull it off. And all of these, oh man, all of these are double white. I guess if I kept the thicket, I could have cycled it. Oh well. Let's play this Dissenter. If that Dissenter dies, I get double tokens. Living the dream. Alright, card draw off of that. Still missing. They've missed 2 land drops. There we go. Shock that land. But can I double? I cannot play double. If they have a removal spell, what will it hurt more to lose? That moth. So put this as bait. If I play that Archon and then can play... If I play the Archon and play a... Ooh, Shaya, okay, all 3 of these cards are good, and if they remove all 3 of them, I would hate that. I guess seeing a big old scary 9/9 is scary. So if they remove it, tap it. Okay, so these are double green at the moment. Just attack with this one, see if they fall for it. Okay. So guess Ashaya doesn't affect tokens. Non-token creatures you control have become forests. Okay. Do they have... Should probably block one. Oh, I saw that. Heading off, okay. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Well, they haven't killed my big creature, so I guess it's okay to play the moth. That is currently a 10-10. They went with flyers. They've got 3 flyers so far. And they pass. Okay, interesting. So, let's see what they've got. Passing priority to them. Never got that Clarion Spirit to do its double ability. They have completely full... They have completely full hand. And they tapped out and they could double block my moth. Yeah, no attacks here, unfortunately, so they have a lot of advantage. They have a full cards in hand, lots of mana. We'll see. Alright, this is going to be a slow opponent, so... Let's see if we can get the spirit summoning double on that. Ugh. Right, the opponent's definitely got a lot of value. Alright, so in round 2, do we have anything to deal with them? They've just got too much of a value-based deck going on. I don't have any real strategy against that. It's just going to be the luck of the draw. Well, we'll see how it goes. I don't think this deck is a good matchup against them. If they have another, well, even with like 2 turns with missing land drops, they just caught up completely. So we'll see if this no lands, and then all lands, so we'll see how this goes. So I know that they've got some removal in red, so any of these creatures that I put out will get destroyed. I guess I'll put out the Outlander and Lavamancer turn 1. Their deck was just on another level beyond mine, so let's go on. Let's check out a question of the day. Today is September 4th. September already. Where does the year go? Here's one of these deep questions. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And the opponent has a fun name. There is the card Alicia, who smiles at death. And then they chose the name Death, who smiles at Alicia. Probably watching the stream. That's a good answer. I'll probably still be doing it. Alright, so they're working with a lot of mana fixing. Same here watching the stream. Yeah. Okay, got some Phoenix stuff, got some Learn stuff. Looks like they really leaned into the Learn mechanic. They're doing all the colors. Eventually they'll get that 7 mana spell, which creates 3 creatures at once. Okay, Blood Artisan. Mill 2 cards, then you may return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Three, 4, 5, 6. They're at 6 mana already, so 7th mana coming very soon. so that the opponent's deck feels a little less high-powered than the previous opponent, although it feels very synergistic. They got a lot of learn stuff going on. They've got their mana fixing already, so they're going to summon that 7 mana. They're going to cast that 7 mana spell next turn. Which is fine. In the air, they'll spend all of their mana. Okay, interesting. Never see people play that card, but guess it'll do stuff. And they get to return 2 things. Amazing. I see people play that Moth and it's just the most powerful, amazing thing ever, and then I'm playing it and it's coming out horribly. At least they use their treasures. Oh, never mind, there's their 7 mana, so they're gonna cast their 7 mana spell. They do all of that. Let's cycle this away. There's Parallel Lives. At least I reshuffled everything back into my hand. That's good. Alright. Guess we'll try to go with a 14-14. They're slowly hitting me with the Blood Artist. Squeak comes back. Alright, this is fun. The Nadar will do stuff. Scry. Mm-hmm. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 damage. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 damage. They'll probably have some sort of pump spell, but or some final damage or something. Or I guess you just want to hit me for 4 times. Don't tell me that lowly artisan is what's just gonna finish me off. I know I have that primal might that I can just directly do damage to it, but haven't drawn it yet. Double strike on that, huh? Here we go. Parallel Lives gives me 2 goblins. Oh, they're about to run out of cards, so hopefully... And that gets trample, okay. Double strike trample. This is gonna kill me. That freaking Blood Artist has just been um, getting me this whole time. Can't believe that I didn't get any removal spell for it. So that blood artist was just completely... a 0-1 was what that whole deck hinged on. Let's take a little break. Alright everyone, let's open up the Star Wars cards. We've got these chrome, I knew something sounded weird. We've got these chrome Star Wars cards. I don't think I've ever opened these before, but they seem very intriguing because they're chrome, just like Captain Phasma. Such an underused character with such amazing armor, but then she died. Spoiler alert. She died so unceremoniously in that one movie. So let's open up these chrome Star Wars chrome cards. Let's see, any interesting info back here? This is from Topps. They're in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Lucasfilm may contain redemption cards, which generally carry a 2-year expiration date. Actual dates will vary. Contact customer service. There we go. Call that phone number and tell them VM Combo sent you. And then a bunch of odds over here. So let's open this up and see if we get some cool Luke Skywalker card. Mythic rare Luke Skywalker Planeswalker card. We have repercussions on Tadokana. So it doesn't show up that great on the camera, but in real life, looks pretty cool from the right angle. They're not as chromy as I thought they would be. From the right angle, they look okay. This is, I don't know, even just like cinematography like. This is not an amazing shot. It's never that impressive to have the back of the actor's head, right? Yeah, it's interesting things on what they're looking at, but isn't it just bad filmmaking to have the back of someone's head? We'll look at the backs in a moment. We've got, oh look at that, there's Han Solo and Chewbacca. Kind of a bad composition as well. Chewbacca is too close, you know, this shape is too close to this shape and not differentiated enough. It would have been better if they were able to get Chewbacca off of the Han Solo shape, either here or here. Kind of empty around. Could have gotten a close-up. Our heroes outnumbered. Kylo Ren in the corner over here. Yeah, this chrome isn't as impressive as I thought it would be. A critical mission. There's Poe and Finn and maybe Admiral Akbar. Kind of a dark scene. If we look at it like this, it's very dark. You can really only see Poe right here. Everything is a little dark. Han and you can never go wrong with Han and Chewie. Ooh, this one's really cool. I like this one here, Finn. But again, even if I just look at it right here, just in terms of cinematography and art, it's like a really dark image. I would think there'd be way more illumination on Finn's face with that close to the lightsaber glowing. At a more reasonable light like over here, yeah, you can see something, but it just, okay, that looks good there. Yeah, they're all, and they look even better in real life. It can't fully convey on camera what they look like. This one looks the best one, I think. Very cool pose on Finn holding the saber and the illumination. Ooh, what's this one? Oh, that's actually, okay, so they're Cadel Co Conics is the name of the character in the movie, but that is actually Carrie Fisher's daughter in real life. Carrie Fisher's daughter was in the movie with her last movie, and there's a little homage to the original Princess Leia haircut. It's very, 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 very short, but Cadel has some Leia buns in her hair. And this is a pretty fun. This Rogue One Same here. I loved Rogue One a lot. I saw it twice in theaters, and it was so enjoyable. I liked how it bridged an original story with the classic stories. So putting my graphic design hat on, as I've been doing with most of these, I have a degree in graphic design. This has a lot of empty space at the top, which I know they want to really focus on the Rebel logo. But the problem is that there's a person, which is in the foreground. Well, this is most in the foreground, but there's a person in the foreground awkwardly cutting off their legs, and even at the very bottom, the bottoms of their feet are not visible. The character really should have been moved up with her head as high as the Rebel symbol. I know they want to show the Rebel symbol, but the person is more important. And that could have been done a little better. But the stars in the background look great. And I never even knew her name. Of course, they didn't even say it in the movie. But this is a nice one. And we've got Flame Troopers burn the village. So I guess this was from the very beginning of the movie. Very action-packed. Very sad scene. Flames look cool in chrome. That's the last one. So what's on the back? It's just more of the story. Flame Troopers utilize their D93 incinerator flamethrowers against any resident of Tuanul that creates interference in their mission to locate Lord Santika and Poe Dameron. The flamethrowers contain extremely volatile flammable gel, napalm, I guess, that when launched can travel a distance of up to 75 meters, depending on local wind conditions. That's really funny that they had to put that realistic bit of text there. And this says refractor. I guess it's the type of card. And we have this one is a Heroes of the Resistance. Collect all 18. This is 17 of 18. Where they're called stormtroopers. Do they only turn up when it's about to rain or something? Yeah, they on the back they have umbrellas on that back, on that little pocket right there. They can take out umbrellas. Finn draws the lightsaber. Before Kylo can attack Finn, he knowingly draws the lightsaber that Maz had given him. Ren sneers, "That weapon is mine!" "Come get it," Finn replies. Finn lunges at Kylo Ren, sparks fly as their lightsabers connect in a tense duel. This is kind of interesting. There's a flash of a color here, but then nothing. Whereas this one over here has a flash, and that's where it says refractor. So I know it's en vogue to kind of put down the new movies, but when you have this sort of, I don't know, quality control once in a while, like what is the purpose of that? It looks like that's where text should have been, but there's no text. It looks awkward, so you should just remove it. Poe Dameron and his team of pilots work out a plan to fly to the Starkiller base and destroy the oscillator. This component is a crucial part of the Starkiller that keeps it from overheating and imploding. Why would the Empire build such a powerful weapon that is going to destroy itself if one little piece is messed with? For each stormtrooper, Han Solo, Finn, or Chewbacca stop, there are 2 more to take the soldier's place. They refuse to give up, but they are definitely outnumbered. And then repercussions on Takodana. Even on Takodana, Han Solo, Chewbacca, and Finn witness the destructive beam from the Starkiller reaching from the Starkiller base. Is that a missing word there? Destructive beam from the Starkiller base reaching across the sky, targeting multiple planets with precision. Not long after the First Order invades. That was a pretty good scene in the movie where the powerful laser just blasts all of those planets throughout the light years. Really reminding you, but then you don't, this is what you see, this is what it tells you here, but that's not what you see on the card at all. This is just basically saying, Kylo Ren's amazing craft flies away and Finn looks forlorn. So my favorite ones were, so Caden was cool, Finn was cool, and there you go, those are the best ones. Those are the mythic rare ones right there. We'll make a cool deck. We'll make a cool mill strategy with Chewbacca. Alright, we've got one more game. Let's see if we can get any win. I guess all the hardcore players were playing this mode, that's why it's been hard to get any wins. We'll do one more game, and then we're getting up to just about the 3.5 hour mark. 3.5 hour mark for the stream. Well, from no mana to all mana, and then all the colors are wrong, so don't think this will go well. But we've got the living land, Griffin Airy, if I can gain a little life. Not the colors that I need for Vraska. I need a creature, then green, and then I can use the cartouche. There's my green. That doesn't do anything yet. One more mana and I can make the cave come to life, and maybe I can use it as a blocker. But they've got black mana, so they probably have removal. That's 5 mana to do anything. Okay, well, let's see about this. Here's my second spell finally happening for the first time. Actually, not. It's not even gonna happen. I ran out of mana. Oops. Living Weapon, Nettle Cyst. I don't know why I thought that cartouche was only like 2 mana, but it's 3. Teamerette will make a zombie. Shyly will make it bigger. This is another focus deck. At least the cartouche will let me kill Shyly. Stop the bleeding. Expanse into 1 more green mana. Make a Vraska. Then return Sting, so they're just gonna bring back their Shyly again. Okay, can I double? Yeah, I can do things here. Make a Death Touch creature.
Oh, I'm running out of room to store my trophies.
4/4 first strike. Hopefully they don't see it's first strike and they double block. Already at 9 life. Alright. How does this work again? Equip creature gets +1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control. Okay. If that dies, the extra token goes away. Whenever a creature you control with a death touch on it, put a +1 counter on it. Okay, they get their own Griffin's thing. Reaper Talisman, not good. Right, so at least I have enough mana for my living land to come to life, so I've got to hold back here. We'll probably equip that talisman and attack with a single creature, which gives it death touch, but I've got lifelink. I mean, I've got first strike. Let's see if that helps. Kathar's Crusade, whoops, went in the bin. Fine. Gonna attack with one of those. Tapped out. That'll probably be enough to create a griffin, unfortunately. Oh, but I've got my flyer. Yeah, that made a griffin. Of course it made a griffin. And as for myself, well, that's a blocker, but... do I want to lose that or that? Guess I would rather lose the land. Assist, sure, that's a 5/5 now. Okay, well. Don't even have a blocker for, well, I have one blocker. I only have one turn to do something, but this is not gonna, what am I even going to try to pull? I have that. I have that Primal Might. That would have saved me. That animation looked weird because it almost looked like a Johnny's Pride mate went at me. But they both went to... they both went to Nahiri. That freaking Primal Might. One, two, three, four, five. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's 7 mana for Gnawbone. Is it really gonna happen? Watch, they have a plummet. I want to put it on Gnawbone, of course, but when they have removal for it, then it's going to be a 2-for-1 that I lose. So we'll spread it around.
I welcome new allies.
Didn't block that at all. Huh, that's a lot of mana. Too bad I can't do anything with it. They must have had some amazing strategy for not blocking my 7/7 in the air. At least they've been going after my Planeswalker instead of me, so that was a good distraction. That was the point of having a couple of Planeswalkers in there, because they definitely warp. I didn't have any equipment to really make Nahiri amazing, but it was making 1/1s. See if we get a final real opening hand. Yeah, Doom Dissenter turn 1 and then Cartouche turn 2. Oh, what a convenience. They've been getting Shalai every time. That's the exact same combo they did a moment ago. It's already a 4/4 in the freaking air? How does that even happen? I really need that Primal Might.
I grow bored with these fights.
Guess I'll just put out a Planeswalker distraction again. That Shaylee's just doing way too much work. I need to remove. I need removal for that Flyer and Shaylee too. And now I've got the Anointed Procession, so that's way too much. And that's gonna get flying as well. There's way too much that I need to deal with here, so this is a losing game. And That was a misplay. I needed to play the spirit, and then I needed to play that other spirit spell. Oh well. So it's way harder to play people on this mode, I guess. That's why the rewards are different. Worse, I guess. I don't know. But even with best of 3, just didn't really feel my deck could do very well against any opponent. Whirler Virtuoso, who cares? Gravedigger, I've got a million of them. And a Grape Shot, who cares? So, not really great cards. But I guess, already streamed for a while, so I guess at this point we'll wrap up. That was the Tinkerer Cube, the most powerful cards and synergies available on Arena. And if you find the right cards to synergize, the deck can obviously be amazing. Guess I just need more practice with it. Guess I had some nice cards, but they didn't really synergize, I guess. So, well, thanks everyone for hanging out then, and we'll be back next time. Check out the various YouTube videos that I'm putting out. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully you had some fun. Say hi to the family. Thanks, Gabe, for sharing your vacation photos. Shout out to Kamiya Fire. She came by for a moment, and then I saw her over here playing Magic instead. And who else was here? Dark Lord, thanks for stopping by. Stevie as well. And yeah, thanks everyone for stopping by. Be back next time. Say hi on the Discord, and we'll do it again next time.